course on ARM Cortex-M3 and M4. So this course mainly focuses on the architecture of ARM processors and also the instruction set which you can use to work with ARM processors. Okay, the objective of the course is very simple. You will be able to completely understand the architecture of ARM processors, especially Cortex processors. In ARM there is a type called as Cortex, so you'll be able to understand them completely, and also the instructions on which they operate upon, right? So how to program them. Okay, so that will also you'll be understanding, right? So that is the objective of this course, making you understand the architecture as well as the instruction set architecture, right? All right. So in this video specifically, we'll be concentrating on what is a ARM processor, or rather what is a processor first of all, right? So processor, as the name suggests, it process, right? It processes something. It processes. Okay. What does it process? Say a very basic architecture could be, this is the processor. If I say, right, if I have to pass an input and it will process my input, and based on that it will produce my output, right? Say for example, if this processor is a simple adder, then my input should be what? Any two numbers. Okay, so let's say 2 plus 3, right? And it will add those two numbers and it will give me 5, right? Okay, so this is a specific task, right? Adder. So processor can do all these stuffs like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, even what I could say integration it can do, right? So many stuffs can be done by the processors. That's why we generalize the term as processor. Anything that completes a task. Okay, rather than processing, it can do the control also, right? Control operations can also be done, right? So we generalize it as a processor which takes in your input and it processes your input and produces output in a specific format. Everything must be formatted, right? The input should be in specific format, right? And output will be in specific format. Okay, so processor is just a core or the computing unit, I could say, the computing unit which does the computations, right? And that is nothing but the processor or the CPU, central processing unit. Okay, processing unit, or rather central processing unit, CPU. All right. Okay, and processor with all the necessary peripherals like your memory, RAM chip, ROM chip, right? That is your memory, right? On chip RAM, that is nothing but your random access memory, read only memory. Then ports. Ports means to communicate with the processor, you will need these ports, right? Which are nothing but the connections, right? And also some of the timers and serial ports, and including everything, we call it as a controller, microcontroller, right? Microcontroller. Okay, microcontroller. So understand that a microcontroller is nothing but a microprocessor, that is nothing but a simple processor including all the necessary peripherals. Okay, all the necessary peripherals with the microprocessor embedded inside a single chip is called as a microcontroller. That means microcontroller, I could broadly define it like this: microcontroller equal to microprocessor plus necessary peripherals. Okay, necessary peripherals, right? In this course we'll be discussing about this microprocessor, specifically ARM microprocessor core. Okay, ARM microprocessor core. ARM is a company, okay, who design, or they say they have the intellectual property rights for the cores. Okay, they patent the cores, right? Some other companies will buy that cores and they will design the microprocessor, right? So what is inside the microprocessor is the ARM core. Say for example, this is the microprocessor, means what is inside the microprocessor is nothing but the ARM core. Okay, and with this microprocessor, if you attach the necessary peripherals, you will get the microcontroller. That's it. Okay, if I want to give a clear idea, uh, so here you have the core part, the ARM core, which which is purely designed by the ARM company, and some other company may be buying it, and they will be building a microprocessor based on this ARM core. Okay, and if you attach some peripherals to it like RAM and ROM, timer, so and so necessary peripherals, it will become a microcontroller. Okay, microcontroller, right? Everything has its own application. So in this course we'll be discussing about this ARM core. Okay, or simply we can call this as a ARM microprocessor. Okay, ARM microprocessor, right? ARM microprocessor. I hope this is clear. Okay, right. So I hope you got the way that we are going to work on, right? And that's all for this video. I'll see you back in the next video. Thanks a lot.